Hey everyone, Tristan back with another video, and in this video we're going to take a look at my Texas Instruments Speak and Spell. And before we sort of start in this video, let's go ahead and recreate the opening sounds of the Kraftwerk song from the Computer World album called Home Computer, because they used one of these for that. So let's go ahead and turn it on and see if we can do that. It may not be the exact right sequence of sounds, however. I think that was it. And also show you the box too. I was kind of lucky to get one with the box. Now, I had one of these as a kid, but I actually got this one off eBay. I think my mother still has the original one somewhere in storage, but we don't have the box or anything. So freeze frame some of the stuff if you want to read a lot of the stuff. It's made by Texas Instruments, made in the USA, so pretty cool. I don't have the manual, but it did also come with this booklet, Fun with Words, a 32-page illustrated activity book for Speak and Spell. And I'll just flip through this a little bit so you can kind of get an idea of what it is. Definitely this is for kids learning how to speak and spell, which is pretty obvious. The main reason I like it nowadays is because of Kraftwerk. When this came out, shortly after it came out, Kraftwerk used this, like I said, on their Computer World album. And they also used the same speech synthesizer from the Texas Instruments translator, which I have done a short video on before. I'll post that up in the right. They use that for other songs like their Numbers song and stuff like that. But they were very fascinated with sort of speech synthesis, and Texas Instruments was really pioneering at the time for coming out with some of the first products that had speech synthesis in it. This doesn't seem like much of anything these days, but back then in the 1980s, this was actually pretty unique and special to come out with something that would do a computer voice for you and speak in English. Also, one of the things I like about it is the display on it is not LED. It's actually what they call VFD, which is actually a type of fluorescent display. So it actually predates LED too, which is really cool. So let's go through some of the features here of this thing. But there's different games and things that you can play. But obviously, as I mentioned, it speaks English, so I can type in letters. You know. So the main game is Spell, and it has 4 different levels. So you would turn it on, and then A is the easiest, and then D is the hardest. So you would pick a level. Let's pick C. Then you would press go.
Spell believe.
So it said spell believe. So you go.
B-E-T.
Whoops, I messed up.
Wrong. Try again. Believe.
Okay, believe.
B-E-L-I-E. That is correct. Now spell source.
So it has, several words. I don't know how many, but I don't know, maybe 50 or something that it would go through on each different level. So that's one game. And then you could also have it repeat too. You've got a repeat button here. So let's say I
Spell calf.
Okay, it's saying spell calf. So let's say I didn't quite hear that.
Calf.
It would spell it again.
C-A-L-F. That is correct. Now spell ocean.
Now it's saying spell ocean. So that's one game. Then you also have a couple different games in here as well. You have a mystery word game, which is kind of like Hangman. So it displays how many letters are in the word and you're supposed to guess.
E-O.
Okay, so there's an O.
U.
Okay, Y, let's try.
Y.
Okay, youth maybe, let's try that.
T. H.
Yep.
U-N.
So that was sort of the Hangman. Now if we do the Hangman again, now I chose, you see I put it on the hard level, so you can see there's a lot more letters there.
E.
So there's 2 E's.
A. U.
Now let's say I want a clue.
I.
Yep, there's an I, so I keep pressing clue, it'll kind of automatically fill in.
L.
This is actually kind of fun. I haven't played this in a while.
E.
But even for adults, it can be kind of challenging, right?
C. I win.
Sometimes. So you only get, like, what is that? 5 chances. You also have this secret code feature. And what that is let's say you wanted to just play a game with someone like when you were a kid in your class or something and have some kind of secret word. Or let's say there's somebody you had a crush on. Let's just say as an example, because this is the kind of stuff that kids would do. You have a crush on someone named Jenny. So what you would do, this is the secret code feature, what you do is you type in that word, and each letter of that word corresponds to another letter, and it would decode it for you. Let's say you were going to reveal to your friend at school that you have a crush on someone named Jenny. Okay, so let's do the secret code with the word Jenny, with the name Jenny. So I pressed secret code, and then I'm going to type in the name Jenny.
N-N-Y.
Press enter, and then there's my secret code. WBSSH. Okay, so then you have to remember that. WBSSH. So then, you get to school the next day and you want to tell a secret to one of your friends that you have a crush on someone named Jenny. Well, you would go to secret code, then you would type in WBSSH. Or tell them, you give them, you pass them a note or something and tell them to type it in on their speak and spell or whatever. And you would WBSSH Jenny. Then it decodes that for you. So that's how the secret code feature works. Then you have letter. It just goes through random letters to get the pronunciation right. It's probably good for people learning English as well. And then another cool one is called Say It, where it will actually pronounce a word and you're supposed to say it back. Also good for people learning English. So say it, and then you have the different levels of difficulty. Let's try C.
C.
Then you go.
Say it. Soldier.
Then you were supposed to say that.
Say it. Instead. Say it. Spread. Say it. Woman.
Just for fun, that was C. Let's see how it is on D. Let's see how much harder the words are.
D.
Okay, we're on Say It level D. Go.
Say it. Butcher. Say it. Workman. Say it. Anxious.
It's a little bit more difficult, I guess. Let's try Say It A. A level.
Say it. World. Say it. Yoke. Say it. Angel.
Yeah, I guess they're shorter words the easier you go, I believe. So yeah, those are basically all the games and features you can do with the Speak and Spell. But this really sold a lot of units when it came out in the 80s and became kind of a cultural icon. And if you've ever seen the movie E.T., it was featured very prominently in that movie as well. And again, it's made in America by Texas Instruments. And let's just show a close-up view of it so you can kind of get a better look of it. Again, I think the green on the screen is really nice. The video probably doesn't do it justice. And it might be shimmering a little bit here too with the refresh rate of the video, but rest assured in person it doesn't shimmer. I really like the color scheme. I mean, it's kind of appealing for kids. It's got this handle and stuff. It feels really rugged, for kids. Really good build quality. And then this is the back. Kind of see the panel here. Takes 4 seed batteries, which go right here, and I believe you could have got an AC adapter for it too. Yeah, I don't have that, but you could get a separate AC adapter. And it also has a, I believe, 3.5 millimeter headphone jack as well. So if you want to do all this stuff and not bother other people, like if you're on the bus or subway or something, you can. There is no volume adjustment on this at all, though, however. So yeah, again, this is definitely one of the very first devices that ever came out with a built-in sort of, speech computer voice, and Texas Instruments in the USA was really pioneering for that. And that is definitely something that the band Kraftwerk really appreciated and recognized, and in fact built almost the whole album off of, really, in a sense, with their Computer World album. For young people or kids these days, it probably doesn't seem like much, but in the late 70s and early 80s, this was really definitely something that was revolutionary. And again, just for reference, to know how far this goes back, this even predates the LED display. So again, this is not an LED display. And I actually don't know how much these retailed for back when they came out in the early 80s. If anybody knows, do let me know. They also have a current model that you can actually still buy. I'll post a link to that in the description field. I'll post an affiliate link. So they still actually make it. They call it a vintage Speak and Spell, and it doesn't have actual buttons. Instead, it has a membrane keyboard, but everything else pretty much functions the same. So they're actually, still selling these. The holding company, who probably now owns Texas Instruments or owns their IP and stuff like that, actually still makes these. So you can actually buy a new one of these today, although again, it won't have the buttons for a keyboard. It'll actually just have a membrane keyboard. And I don't know if the new ones are still made in the USA. So thanks for watching this video, and as always, for community and discussion, I will see you in the comments field, and yeah, check the description field for pricing and availability on one of the new ones. And I'll also probably put an affiliate link for eBay too if you want to get a vintage one as well. So check for that as well.